Air and gas process technologies was established in the year 2007, with an aim to boost the technical advances in the field of adsorption-based gas separation systems, air and gas dryers. In this short span of time, we have earned ourselves a niche in the gas generation systems, air and gas dryers industry and have established a great rapport amongst the leading manufacturers, exporters, traders and suppliers. Supported by a group of efficient technocrats, we are headed by Mr. Shailesh Verma, B.Tech Mech, PGDMM, who has accumulated a rich experience of more than 29 years in the respective field. PSA nitrogen plant. The compressed air is passed through a twin-tower PSA module interconnected with automatic changeover valves. After passing through a dryer, air gets dried. Dried compressed air will now come in contact with bed of carbon molecular sieves, CMS. Carbon molecular sieves are special grade of adsorbent which have the property of preferential adsorption of oxygen molecules. At a time one tower remains under nitrogen production cycle, whereas the other tower undergoes regeneration which is achieved through depressurization of the tower to atmospheric pressure. The outgoing nitrogen gas is sent to a surge vessel where the minimum pressure will be maintained with the help of back pressure regulator. PSA oxygen plant. PSA, pressure swing adsorption, technology. A revolution in non-cryogenic air separation and oxygen generation technology uses special grade of ZMS, zeolite molecular sieve. The compressed air is passed through a twin-tower PSA module interconnected with automatic changeover valves. After passing through a refrigerated dryer, air gets dried. Dried compressed air will now come in contact with bed of zeolite molecular sieves, ZMS. Zeolite molecular sieves are special grade of adsorbent which have the property of preferential adsorption of nitrogen molecules. At a time one tower remains under oxygen production cycle, whereas the other tower undergoes regeneration which is achieved through depressurization of the tower to atmospheric pressure. The outgoing oxygen gas is sent to a surge vessel where the minimum pressure will be maintained with the help of back pressure regulator. Ammonia cracker unit. We are manufacturing hydrogen generation units based on ammonia. Cracker plant produces cracked ammonia. Gas using anhydrous ammonia from cracked ammonia contains 75% hydrogen and 25% nitrogen, and the product gas is very dry and oxygen-free. If required, a puree dryer is required to achieve zero traces of cracked ammonia and up to -70°C dew point. Process description. The ammonia is coming from cylinder. The ammonia gas is cracked in the main furnace unit. The furnace is electrically heated by special heating elements. The dissociation of ammonia gas takes place at a temperature of 850°C and at a pressure of 0.5 kg per centimeter square per gram in the presence of nickel catalyst in an electrically heated furnace. The reaction is exothermic. The cracked gas then passes the heat exchanger for cooling. After this, the cracked ammonia is stored in the suction pot and passes through booster compressor to increase the pressure up to 5 kg per centimeter square per gram. Refrigerated dryer. The simplest way of removing moisture from air or gas is to reduce the temperature, and moisture is condensed and removed by auto drain. The compressed air is passed through a heat exchanger where cold gas is passing through the other side. There is a refrigeration cycle comprising of refrigeration compressor, condenser, expansion valve, and heat exchanger. Normally air is cooled down to 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Heatless desiccant dryer. This is the simplest of all desiccant-based air dryers. In this dryer, 2 desiccant towers are used. While one tower is in drying, the second tower undergoes regeneration simultaneously. Part of dry air coming out from tower inline goes for regeneration of the second tower. Tower changeover takes place every 5 minutes by a sequence controller mounted in control panel. Heated type Purge loss dryer. This is an advanced version of the heatless dryer where purge air loss is very low due to regeneration is achieved by heated, internally or externally, dry air at low pressure and at high temperature. This is similar to heatless dryer by reduced purge loss. The purge air is heated internally or externally and passed through desiccant to regenerate the desiccant bed. Higher dew point can be achieved with molecular sieve as desiccant. Heat of compression hot dryer. Heat of compression type air dryer is a breakthrough in drying technology. The hot air from the compressor at 140 degrees Celsius higher temperature is used directly for regeneration of the desiccant. After regeneration, this air is cooled down to 40 degrees Celsius and then it is dried in second tower. Thus the use of heaters is eliminated. For example, in the 6+6 hours cycle the hot air is fed for regeneration for 4 hours and for balance 2 hours a changeover takes place where the air is first cooled in cooler, then dried in before going to the outlet, cools the regenerated desiccant bed, thus bringing it down to ambient temperature. This cycle is reversed for the next 4 hours where the absorber drying the air in the previous cycle goes for regeneration and vice versa. There is considerable power saving in this type of air dryers and the dew point is also better than the refrigerated type of dryers whereas, the power consumption is almost less. Split flow no purge loss dryer. To save on purge loss, here part of wet air is circulated through a heater thereby increasing its moisture carrying capacity, which is used for regeneration. In this type of dryer incoming wet air is divided in a distributor. 60 to 70% of wet air goes for drying while 30 to 40% of wet air is circulated through a heater thereby increasing its temperature which then takes out the moisture from the desiccant bed and then it is cooled in an aftercooler where moisture is condensed and drained out in moisture separator. This air is sent back to the distributor where it mixed with incoming air and distributed again. Low pressure dryer. At low temperature moisture in air is very high and hence a combination, refrigeration and desiccant, with molecular sieve. Low operating cost for high capacities. Dew point up to -80 degrees Celsius can be achieved. Low regeneration cost. Low capacity heater required. Biogas dehumidifier. Stainless steel heat exchangers. 3 degrees Celsius pressure dew point. Hermetically sealed scroll-type compressor. CFC-free refrigerant. Easy maintenance. Structural solid steel base. Humidity less than 40% RH. Desiccant based. -40 degrees Celsius dew point. Low maintenance. Low operating cost. Skid mounted. PSA/VPSA biogas to CNG plant. Eco-friendly fuel. Efficient way energy conversion. Digested sludge is high-quality fertilizer. Source for decentralized power generation. Organic waste material used as a raw material. Non-polluting. What is bio-CNG? Bio-CNG is the purified form of biogas where all the unwanted gases are removed to produce 95% pure methane gas. Bio-CNG is exactly similar to the commercially available natural gas, CV, approximately 52,000 kJ per kilogram, in its composition and energy potential. Our strength. A state-of-the-art infrastructure adorned with latest machinery like arc welding machines, gas cutting machines etc. Stringent and rigorously contemplated quality checks. Proficient and well-motivated staff inclusive of engineers, quality analysts, and technocrats. High on performance and excellent quality products like nitrogen/oxygen gas generators, compressed air drying units, high/low pressure dryers, air filters, aftercoolers, auto drain valves, air receivers, pressure vessels, air and water chillers, etc. Cost-effective products, high on performance and durability. Timely completion of orders and delivery of products to the clients. Services we offer. Upgradation and capacity enhancement of PSA gas generators. Purity correction and system modification for PSA gas generators. Optimal setting of process parameters for efficient operation. Recommissioning and servicing of PSA plants. Annual maintenance contract, comprehensive and non-comprehensive. Supply of all types of desiccants and catalysts for gas generators and air dryers. Supply of all types of spares compatible to all the makers of gas generators/dryers. Some of our customers. Reliance. Kaadila Pharmaceuticals. Intas. Bayer. Vita Clinical Research. Aebiris. Claris. Aditya Birla. Troika. Milan. M-Cure. Wellspun. Megmani Industries. Lupin. Ether. Acetochem. Aristo. Torrent. Zydus. Johnson Controls. Primal Healthcare. Atul. GSP Crop Science. Deepak Nitrite. Akshar Chemical Industries. Tata Motors. Indo-Amines Limited. Excel Crop Care Limited. PI Industries. LM Wind Power. High Bond Cement. Center of Plasma Physics. Praoi. Sanathan Textiles. Gujarat Polyfits. Iro. Ridsid. Jindal. Kandla Energy and Chemicals. Perfect Filament. Coromandel. Gondur.